Hi guys. For the teaching reading online, I found some really cool apps, but the two apps or websites that I really want to focus on today are Flocabulary and Nearpod. I think these are two of my favorite ones that I found, and so I just wanted to focus more in on these and show you all the cool things that you can do with them. So first, I wanted to start with Flocabulary. It is actually by the creators of Nearpod, and this is just flocabulary.com. Whenever I was trying to find some things or apps to look at and talk about for this assignment, I went to my little brother, who is a 5th grader, and asked what he was doing and what his teachers were doing. And he showed me this, and my mind was completely blown. I had known about Flocabulary videos, but I hadn't known about the different things that they do. I didn't know that there was complete assignments. So lucky enough for me, he provided me with his login. So I'm going to go ahead and log in. So this is the student view, and he can go over here. His reading teacher right now uses this, and he has these assignments to do. So his teacher has assigned these assignments. They are pre-made by Flocabulary, and he can click them, and he can see all the assignments that he has to do for this assignment. The green dots mean that he's already completed them, and the yellow ones are the ones that he hasn't completed. So they have a video. You can watch the video. You can also see the lyrics and do a quick review of it. So it gives a whole little video, and then after it, it gives a quiz for the students to complete. You can also go over to the read and respond, and it's different little text passages or questions that the students need to answer. And there's a couple of questions on here. And then there's also a quiz that they will complete. The one thing that really blew my mind and that I loved was the vocabulary cards. So these are vocabulary cards for this assignment that are already pre-made. But what he can do is go in, click the card, he can write this word, write whatever he wants to write about. And then whenever he does that, I'm not going to save it because it's on his, he can draw on the back of whatever that card is. He can draw a picture to illustrate this. And he can save it. Then whenever he's doing his read and respond assignment, he can click this bolded word, which is one of his vocabulary words. And it takes him right to his own card that he drew. There's also a really cool lyrics lab that he said. Sometimes the teacher assigns this, but sometimes she doesn't. Again, we can see what she has decided to assign and take for a grade and get data and reports from. And that's on this one, the video, read and respond, and the quiz. But on here, he can write a rhyme about text features using the vocabulary words. And it says to try and write about 4 lines. And then it also gives you, the more you practice on this and the more you create, the more instruments that you get to add into your lyric lab, which I thought was pretty cool. So again, he can see that he has 2 out of 3 assignments completed. He can see what assignments he also has to do. So on this one for fairy tales, he's already completed the video, the vocab game, read and respond, quiz, and lyric lab. Now I thought this was really cool because it provides a lot of different activities for students to do. You can also find specific tasks and assignments for the students to do. And then you can also get data back from them. I think it's also different. It provides lots of different modes. It has a video. It provides vocabulary cards that you can create. It also has read and responds that give you support with clicking these. So you can see your own vocabulary cards that you created. And you also can do the vocab lyric lab. Now we have Nearpod. Now, in the vocabulary, it was the student view, but on this Nearpod I'm showing you, it's going to be the teacher view. The Nearpod, you can actually create your own lessons rather than on vocabulary, you just have the assignments already created that you could assign to students. On these, you can edit slides to have text, videos, images, even GIFs. You can also edit and add in different audio, and you can add audio, and you can record your own voice, or you can upload an audio file. You can also change the layout if you need to, so that way you can have a video of you teaching and some information on this side or text on this side. You can also add different slides that have different activities, and this is like a Kahoot type game. We have open-ended questions, matching pairs, quizzes. They can create more things on Flipgrid, draw, collaborate, poll, fill in the blank, and memory test. These are a great way to contain a balanced literacy so that students can interact during some of these open-ended questions. It's able to let students speak so that they can answer. They can practice their speaking, their writing, reading comprehension through quizzes, matches, the time to climb, many different ways. Another really neat thing about Nearpod is that you can get session reports immediately back. So you can have the student data and record immediately without having to do anything. So this is a Nearpod that I created for an assignment, and as you can see, there's the data report of it. You can see that I took it, I didn't answer the open-ended questions, and there wasn't any participation in it. You can look and just take a participation grade, or you can even go click the activities that were in your session. So I had these open-ended questions, and I can click and I can see the responses of them. I can also see the time to climb that I had on here, and if I click Classboard, it takes me to the Classboard results, which a little hard to see on this screen, but I can click these and I can see if I got it correct or if I got it wrong. Again, you can see even the questions overall. You can see what the passing rate was. You can also see the student overall score, and over on the side is the graph of the data. Overall, I think Nearpod is a great tool that can be used by teachers to help engage students fully in a literacy activity. So again, Vocabulary provides pre-made assignments, videos, quizzes, vocabulary cards, interactive activities that teachers can assign to students, and they can even select which out of those activities that they want the students to complete. Students can access this through the website and just work through the assignments. And I really like this website because it engages students. Teachers can get immediate data reports, and it also includes catchy songs for like the vocabulary that students might have a hard time remembering. It really engages them into remembering it. Then we have the Nearpod, and these are teacher-made or even pre-made assignments that they have on Nearpod, and this allows for creative and engaging literacy experiences. Teachers can add in multiple different links or activities that they want to do, even if it's not through Nearpod. If they find it on the website, they can even include any website or link that they want to through Nearpod. Students can access this through the website or an app that they have and work through the lessons. Nearpod offers many different options. It engages the students in lots of different ways through all the different multiple methods that teachers can input, and teachers can also make these Nearpod lessons exactly what the students need. So like the vocabulary ones, you may not find one that is exactly what you're looking for, but you can make a Nearpod to be exactly what you want your lesson to be. You also get the immediate data reports through that. And those are my two favorite apps that I found doing the teaching reading online.